I've made over $700,000 selling my beats online, and there's 3 main habits that are responsible for 90% of my success. In this video, I'm gonna break down 2 big picture habits that you need to be successful as a music producer, and I'm gonna give you the one key thing I do every single day to make sure I stay on top of those first 2 habits. The first habit I'm gonna talk about is the foundation for everything that I've achieved. But I see a lot of people skip this and then wonder why they're not getting the results that they want. You need to make it a habit to master your craft. It sounds obvious, but if your music is not good enough, there's no secret, there's no strategy that's gonna save you and give you the success that you want. It takes time to master anything, and producing is no different. I've been making music every day for the past 6 years of my life. And I remember in the beginning, there was times where I would stay up 2 nights in a row with little 20-minute power naps in between, doing nothing but drinking coffee, eating, and making beats. And at around this point, I was always searching for ways to make money. And I did see some success early on selling my beats. But it wasn't until my music was consistently fire and stood out that I saw crazy growth. I went from making around $1,000 a month to $30,000 in just an 8-month span once I had mastered my craft and applied the second habit that I'm gonna get into later. But before that, if I was in a position where I was trying to master my craft, I would spend any free time I had watching tutorials on music production. I would not watch Netflix, I would not play video games, and I definitely would not spend hours scrolling mindlessly on social media. To put this in perspective, if you spent 2 hours a day scrolling on social media or watching TV, over the course of a year, that's 730 hours that you spent scrolling mindlessly through content. Imagine how much further you would be if you had spent 730 hours watching tutorials and learning how to get better at making beats. Probably a lot further. I would also make sure that I'm making at least 1 beat a day, and if you can, I would try to hit 3 to 5 melodies or beats every single day. Making sure that you're making progress every day is essential to huge growth over a long period of time. This brings me to one of my most important habits that has helped me make money: consistency. From what I've seen, consistency is what sets apart producers who aren't making any money from producers who are making a full-time income. I know countless producers who are more talented than me that are making less than 10% of what I make. And it's not because my music is better or I have some secret that they don't have. The reason is they aren't consistent enough. If you're trying to make a living in today's fast-paced music industry, you can't afford to just make music or work on your career when you feel like it. It doesn't sound romantic or fun, but if you want to make beats full-time, you need to treat it like a job. Looking back, when I was starting out, I definitely wasn't consistent. I would work super hard some days, and then other days I would just chill and vibe. But that inconsistency did not serve me at all. When I finally put my face in the dirt and worked, no matter how I felt, no matter what was going on in my life, if I was inspired or not, things started to change for me. For more than the past 2 years, I've been working anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day on music. I've gone from making a few ideas a week to making 3 to 5 finished ideas a day. And I've been sending my loops to big producers every single day for the past 2 years. As a result of this consistency and persistence, my income has gone up more than 3,000%, which is crazy to say. Now, this doesn't mean that if you start working 25-hour work days, you're going to be making a 6-figure income tomorrow. But over a long enough period of time, consistently working hard on the right things is sure to lead to a higher level of success than you have now. Let's look at an example of a producer who's not making money and a producer who's on track to make a full-time income with their beats. Producer A wants to make a living selling his beats online. His plan is to post a soulful beat on YouTube and his beat store every single day and grow over time. He stays consistent for a month, but then he feels uninspired and starts making pop beats and switches his focus to pop beats for the next month. After posting 10 pop beats, he doesn't see any growth and he takes a 2-month break. He comes back strong for another month, but this time he's making dark trap beats and he still doesn't see the results he wants. So he takes another break. Let's say he continues this cycle for a full year. Now let's take producer B. He also wants to make a living selling his beats online. He decides to post a soulful beat every day just like producer A, but he posts 1 soulful beat every single day of the year with no misses. He does it whether he feels inspired or not. He treats it like a real job. It's not an option for him to not show up or not post a beat that day. 9 times out of 10, producer B is gonna blow producer A out of the water. Now, there is one habit I do every single day that makes it a lot easier to stay consistent and to master your craft. But before I get into that, if you've enjoyed this video so far, hit that subscribe button so I can continue to make videos like this, and drop any questions that you have in the comments. I'm going to be trying to answer every single one of them. The one essential habit I practice every day is planning my day. I've been planning my days on paper in my journal for the past 2 years or so. And there's a specific system that I follow every time I plan my day that really helps keep me on my shit. Every month, I write down my goals for that month. For example, let's say in January, I wanted to make 100 loops, drop 6 sound kits on Loopstash, post 3 YouTube videos, schedule 4 YouTube videos for the Loopstash tutorial channel, and send out beats for placements every week. Once I have those goals for the month, I break each one down by week. So I essentially divide all my goals by 4. So for this first week, my goal would be to make 25 loops, post 1 video on YouTube, drop 2 sound kits on Loopstash, schedule 1 upload on the Loopstash tutorial channel, and send out my beats for placements. Once you have a vision for what you want to accomplish in that week, planning the right tasks for your day becomes a lot easier than just aimlessly giving yourself random stuff to do. So let's say I'm planning a work day for this week. Since my goal is to make 25 loops this week, I need to make around 3.5 loops every day. So I'm going to try to get ahead and make 4 loops. I'm going to work on dropping 1 kit on Loopstash, and I'm going to send out my beat packs for placements. Once I have the tasks for the day, I schedule out exactly when I'm going to do each task so I can stay on schedule throughout the whole day. Typically, my day would look something like this. I wake up at around 5:30 a.m. and then from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'm going to spend that time making 3 to 4 loops. Then from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm going to go to the gym, eat, shower, and then from around 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm going to work on dropping a kit on Loopstash, and I'm also going to send out those beat packs for placements. Then I'm going to eat dinner, and then after that, I'm just going to wrap up anything that didn't get finished, and at the end of the day, I'm going to plan my day for tomorrow. If you want to know the money-making strategies I've used to make over $700,000 selling my beats, check out this video right here.